So these are under prescription, so I can't.
Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. You know what? These actually are better in here. I got to tell you, these are great because that light was just blinding for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I think it looks amazing when you have sunglasses on in the
that
studio.
one's out, so I don't know why anyone in this seat would be wearing sunglasses.
I don't know. I think it looks amazing. Yeah. Lenny and Troy, what do you think about sunglasses in the studio?
I wear sunglasses at night.
Yes.
I think it's extremely dark.
Given the white balance on that camera, it looks like you really do need it.
1 second to go, I broke my sunglasses as we went on air.
I think the future's so bright, Blake has to wear shades.
Yeah.
The future's so bright for him, he's got to wear shades.
Things are a little upside down in
yes,
this world.
things are upside down.
Yes, they are.
World. Are they really upside down?
Yeah.
Is that like code for other people that are
that
upside
Gen
down?
Alpha can't do anything right.
I have a...
Wait, is this another generation?
Yeah, no, he's a Zoomer. You're a Zoomer, right?
Are you the greatest generation or the baby boomers? I'm just
I'm a
curious.
boomer.
Yeah,
You're a
he's
boomer. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Nice haircut, too, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Nice haircut.
like
It's a Republican haircut.
I know. He's got to fit in for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if Joe and Minka could go down to bend the knee, I'm ducking.
All right. I really would love to have these on, but I don't like wearing sunglasses outside.
I can't do it either. We were just having fun with the whole sunglass look, if those of you want to leave them on. I got to be able to read everything.
Now
so.
do you need your sunglasses?
No. Oh, yeah, I do. Can you put the hat back on, please?
We need some polish on that.
Oh, my God.
Same,
I
same,
don't know. It looks pretty shiny to me.
same with you, Lenny.
Shiny.
Was it noisy when the buffer came out for him?
Yeah, you broke them.
You broke them.
Then you bought them.
That's what you get for buying cheap sunglasses.
Well, I lose them, so that's...
That's what ZZ Top said somewhere in that song. I don't know where, but somewhere in there they mumbled it.
Well,
I'm
they're
sure.
coming back. You can ask them.
Did you hear?
2/3 of them anyway.
2/3 of them are coming.
Like, not all
Which
of them.
all you need is one guy that's refrigerated. Just ask Foreigner, and you can still play. Poor Mick. They roll him out for like 3 songs, and then they roll him back. I mean, literally on a roller, they roll him out.
Wheelbarrow.
He plays 3 songs, and they take him.
Hey, Willie's coming back in February again.
Who would have
That's
thought?
a risky ticket.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, right.
Wait a minute. Who would have thought
Is there any
when
refunds?
he and Toby Keith did a duet that Toby would go
was gonna
first?
be the one that
Who
goes
would have
first. Yeah.
thought? I mean, you're like, oh, this is great. Toby will better play this forever in honor of Willie. Didn't see that
it's
one
wild.
coming. All right, let's make some money for this show before we have fun on this show, before we kick you off into the Thanksgiving Day weekend. All right, Salomon Services. It's the premier place for personal training in St. Augustine. They have all kinds of classes for both youths and adults. They have small group strength, fitness, and development classes. If you've been injured, they can help you get back in better shape, stronger, faster. You get back on the court or the field. If you would like to go to their state-of-the-art center with both indoor and outdoor turf areas, all you have to do is call them at 904-461-9945 or visit their website, solomonservices.com. Go sign up today. Get a head start on getting in shape for 2025.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Powell Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to customer service. That has been their motto for 39 years. They've been a locally owned business. That's evident in everything that they do. From the moment they answer your call until the time they leave your home, they're working to make sure you are comfortable and confident about the care and service you receive from Powell. With their fleet of 10-plus trucks, a 15,000 square foot warehouse stocked with parts and equipment, they're ready to serve you around the clock. They service all heating and air conditioning brands, and their emergency service is always open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, including nights, weekends, and holidays.
All right.
Bozard Ford
Amanda, I hate to
Lincoln.
interrupt you,
Yeah.
but if you go back to your camera,
What's going on?
which camera is yours?
What happened?
Oh, my God.
Somebody
The
hit
hood
it
fell
with the
over
hood.
top of it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all
right.
There you go.
There we
Blake to the
go.
rescue.
There you go.
That'll work. I'm still wearing sunglasses.
I
Thanks, Blake.
was like, are we putting the audience in sunglasses?
Yeah, we're
too?
putting the Addison sunglasses.
Why not? That is the proverbial thumb on the camera lens.
Right.
Who turned on these cameras?
Yeah.
Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford has also won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
All right, and land title of America, whether you realize it or not, when you refinance the sale or purchase of a home, there's a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town company who doesn't give a crap when you're faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins. 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title, your local title company, ensuring America's land one title at a time because
They give a crap.
I love that read on Fridays, Thursdays,
Thursday.
Fridays.
Today's
So-
Thursday.
It is our Thursday, but it's kind of
It's
like
also,
our Friday.
It is Thursday. It is our Friday.
And it is the kicking off of our sabbatical week.
week.
We got a sabbatical week.
Yeah.
We're not going to be here next week. Amanda's gone on vacation. I have tons of
Yes.
family in here. We were not going to be doing the show Wednesday and Thursday. Anyway,
If I can get
so we
through
just
my
looked
list.
at it and said, well, Monday and Tuesday are kind of optional. So we just figured that would be the easiest thing. The person most upset by this is Davey.
I don't
is
know. I
very-
think Davey's good.
I think he skipped out of here on Tuesday. 2 weeks without these idiots. I'm good to go.
It's good.
Well, we're working Monday and Tuesday on the morning show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're going to
well,
take
then
care of
this
you
is my
guys during the
sewing
holiday
question.
weeks.
Yeah.
okay.
We're going to do
We'll
shows
keep
for the
everybody
holiday
sane
weeks.
during the holiday weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well-
Bollox will be going on during the holiday week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be on the 20. We'll be on the 23rd. We won't be on the 24th, so we'll catch that one.
We,
And
we
then,
won't have Bollox next week, but Blake's got the helm in 2 weeks.
All right.
Of Bollox.
We might hit a
Nope.
226 date though, because that's Thursday.
Okay.
So we might do that show. That way we can let you unwind on all your in-laws having come to visit.
You text me and I show up. That's what
Okay.
happens.
All right. Awesome. That'll work. That'll 100% work.
I am senioritis. I've got a check off list of about 1,000 things before I can leave tomorrow.
Mhm.
So, yeah, you just tell me when to show up.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So all kinds of fun things coming up. It's Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah.
Next week. And so people start having family come in and everything. So I thought I would let you wise and some youthful people and older people here in the audience, some that are prospectors here in the audience, give their advice on how to deal with family and friends at Thanksgiving. The mainstream media has given horrible advice by saying disinvite your family. Don't go to your family if they disagree with you politically. I think that is the worst possible advice.
Yeah.
You should annoy them before you leave them. But I mean, that's just me. But anyway, what advice do you have? Would you like to start, Blake, or do you want to go last today?
Go last.
Okay, Amanda.
What advice do I have to survive your family? I mean, my family and I, we mostly get along, surprisingly, I guess. I don't know. It seems,
Apparently, she doesn't know how they feel about
That's
her.
what she thinks.
I mean, we've had issues in the past, but right now we're all in a good place. And so
Holidays can change that.
I'm taking my mother-in-law with me out of the country. So, like, I'm taking her with me.
I have a question.
Are you bringing
yes.
her back? Are you bringing
Yes,
her back?
thank you, Lenny.
She's flying out before us. She's returning back on a
To
separate
the
day.
same country.
Wait, you're saying,
She got her ticket.
you're saying us, so
Yeah.
you know your
I'm
husband's
not
going.
alone.
Your husband's going too.
I'm not going alone.
So
with
you're
my
not
mother-in-law.
taking her.
I mean, I'm the one that
No, you're
made sure
not.
she was there.
Yeah, you're not. See, in my house, my ex mother-in-law comes with me in hurricanes.
Mhm.
So
Did you get her in the divorce?
Blake and I did. We got Big Mom in the divorce.
Did you guys get Big Mom in the divorce?
We kind of did.
Kinda
Yeah.
did. Okay. So I just asked.
So
We had a sixth person going with us who wasn't able to go because of complications after the storm and school schedules and things. And so we had an empty ticket. And I was the one that remembered that my mother-in-law had always dreamed of going to Machu Picchu. And so I am actually the reason we're even going to Peru. And I'm the reason she has a ticket for so many levels. So I am taking her. Yes. So, I mean, we just avoid topics that we know we disagree on. That's what we do. We just don't talk about.
So mostly you don't talk about Louis. I'm just
We
kidding.
all-
Just
we
kidding.
all agree that Louis is the best one in the room, so we don't have to talk about Louis. But yeah, we just avoid topics that are controversial. I mean, there was a lot of disagreement of how 2020 was handled in lots of different ways in our family. And so at that point, I just didn't post anything that was going to cause issues, which is funny because the other family, like, they didn't care. It was a whole thing. But yeah, so I just avoid controversial topics and just love people where they're at.
All right, Mr. Controversy.
Yes.
A man who cannot walk down the street without starting a controversy. How do you avoid controversies with family and friends?
Sometimes I start controversy and I don't even talk.
And then you walk away.
And I don't even know how it happens. It just starts. But like in family situations, I'm at the age now where I act like I don't hear them. And there's an ignoring factor, or I pretend to be completely distracted as I'm soaking in everyone else's conversation. And that's pretty much how I handle.
How does it work?
It usually works pretty well, except for with the little ones.
Okay.
They don't allow that to happen.
No.
You know? So I end up usually at the kiddie table, which is where I belong.
The chairs all fit.
Yeah.
The chairs
I'm
fit.
the right height for that.
Yes.
The right height for that.
The
So, I mean,
utensils fit in your small little hands, Marco.
yeah, my little hands. So, but no, I kind of just observe more. But I mean, I'm not so far left or far right that I can create. I can kind of see both sides, or I can argue with both sides, and usually I do the second part.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
I might have seen that a billion times in our relationship.
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, sometimes I agree with you, but I just want to argue, so I go with the other way.
I've noticed that too.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
There's lots of topics I've thrown out there that I didn't think would be controversial, but suddenly they were.
Yeah, and I probably agree with you 100% just for my own. That was for my own entertainment, and that's easy to do in family settings where, like, especially with my personality, I can start something, walk away, play with the kids, and go back, and they're like wrestling,
Yes.
like WWE.
Did that to me at a bar once.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there like 4 Christmases at your house?
Oh, I can make it happen at any point.
So Republican Lenny haircut. What advice do you have for us?
I might have been the only Democrat in the place at the time.
Blake's offended.
No, at the barber shop.
Obviously, he hasn't been at the barber shop.
That-
Blake's
listen,
got
that's
curls
true.
left.
Did you go to Price's?
No, I went to Fat Cats.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Okay.
Great place.
Do you get a discount?
Because I'm fat.
See, that's how you do it.
Trust me, my barber who is excellent is called Tiny Mike, and he's not. He's a very big and lovely person.
Which is how we nicknamed people back in the day.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right.
Whatever
Okay,
your
so-
affliction was, you went with that.
All right.
So
Advice.
don't bring up the controversy between jellied cranberry sauce or lumpy cranberry sauce made with real cranberries, because the sweet stuff is good if it doesn't have the lines from the can.
We already
Doesn't
settled
count.
that last night.
put it-
Canberry.
okay.
Canberry sauce
Canberry
is
is
the
the way to
best.
go.
Yeah.
I got a Canberry holder for Thanksgiving from
Nice.
Amanda last night. It was
Ooh,
very
I
nice.
like that.
Darcy even thought it was awesome.
Oh, she liked it. Good.
Yes, she did.
Make sure there's access to the NFL
100%.
on Thanksgiving Day.
Okay.
That will cause a fight.
Elastic waistbands, and don't talk politics.
Maternity pants.
Okay.
It's the total hack.
Don't
Maternity
talk
pants.
about that. Shit. Blake Blevins, what wisdom from the millennials do you have for us?
I'll millennial.
What are you?
He's a Z.
Alpha?
He's a
You're
Gen
a
Z.
Easy.
You're a Z?
All right,
He's
all
a
right,
Zoomer.
all right. My advice would be stay home, get some turkey, get some mac and cheese, and hope for any balloon popping during the Macy's parade.
Big balloon popping.
Yeah, big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Family Guy balloon pop.
No, I want to see underdog just
Underdog.
crash.
All right. We have a big family. We've gotten together for years. This year they'll all be in St. Augustine because the place we normally gather got pretty well storm damaged. But politics is always been kind of a topic of discussion. Troy and I don't mind talking with anybody about it. I really like listening to other people's points of view. I don't enjoy arguing all the time, although I do that on this show quite a bit.
Well, we
And
argue
discussing.
with people we want to argue
Correct.
with. So,
So people that I know that are sensitive about it, I just kind of ask, well, where are you at and why are you there? And then I just go, okay, thanks for sharing. Because I learned something from them. And they're not going to change my opinion. I mean, Troy, how many times have I changed my opinion in my life?
I think I've got you to do it 0 times. Hold on, let me check.
Fact check false.
Fact check that.
Fact check false.
Yeah.
I've got one.
Uh-huh.
I've got one that you did. He didn't want to take that New York bet, and he turned it down.
Oh, yeah.
And then he took it.
Well,
check false.
that really was a self-survival one because I was afraid that if Trump actually did win New York, that Troy would troll me over that for the
I
rest of my
would
life.
have.
So
Oh, my
buying
God.
the lunch was so much better. So that was a survival technique more than changing a
Yeah,
mind.
that was a guilt.
Yeah, I don't think
I
I've ever.
guilted him into certain things,
Okay.
but I haven't changed his mind.
No.
All right.
So especially,
I'm a very stubborn person on the things I believe, and I don't mind that other people believe other things, and I enjoy talking about those things with people. And if I like you, I'll joke with you about it. If I know that it'll offend you, I just kind of stay away from it at that point. It's like, thanks for sharing and get that. There's a lot of different things that get controversial though, right? What time you're eating dinner? Where are you eating dinner? Who's bringing what? There's just a lot of people to herd in a and
Whether or not you put pickles in the deviled eggs.
you got pickles in there?
no one does that.
You put pickles
People do.
Yeah.
I had to make sure that there
Mix 'em
were
up.
pickle-free deviled eggs in my house.
I can see
does
jalapenos in
that?
there. I can
And
see
my
jalapenos
husband
in
tried to
people.
sneak it with pickled juice and not pickles
there. Ugh.
so that he could get the flavor because he thought it was just the texture that was offensive. No, it's both, buddy. And so that was a whole thing. He ruined the deviled eggs one year. It was a whole thing.
Yeah. So for me, it's just nice to have all the family together. I know that everybody's not going to get along all the time. You put that many people around, you're going to have some people. But for the most part, our family really enjoys getting together. They enjoy the cooking. Everybody participates. And if you don't cook, you clean. If you clean and you're not cooking, but I mean, everybody really, really helps out. And it's just really fun to see everybody. And I enjoy the fact that, like I said, lots of times you get 3 or 4 days in a row at Thanksgiving as opposed to, Christmas is that one hit and there's gifts involved and all that stuff. The gift at Thanksgiving is just being around family.
You normally do like fishing on
do.
Friday.
We have done fishing.
Are you doing that this year?
We stopped that last year.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, everyone said, hey, the place where we fish down in Southwest Florida has had a really bad run like every other year of red tide. And so you couldn't keep the fish, and then they were trying to recover the species. So it's kind of, even if you went fishing, you weren't bringing a lot of fish home. And it was like, you know what? We just like to sit and watch football on Friday too. So all of us kind of got a little older and just kind of pumped the brakes and said, yeah, we're just going to relax. So this Friday kind of be the same way. Weather's supposed to be beautiful, gorgeous the entire holiday week, which is going to be amazing.
Well, and this year for us, I think I'm going to do. I usually do like a dinner. Blake and I do a dinner, but the holiday dinner that we have, they scheduled it at 7:00. If it's not on time, there's going to be a problem, I'm sure. There's a lot of pressure on the group that's there.
Yes.
So at 7:00, you can't be late. You do it at 1 and it happens at 2, it's okay.
Yeah.
You do it at 7 and it doesn't happen to 8. You're losing me and probably several other of the older people in the group.
I know, that's way past the early bird special for you. How are you doing this?
It's a hangry situation.
Oh my gosh.
So,
usually I tell you to take a nap, but in this case, take a nap and snack.
well, if I take
Take a nap and snack.
well, and it ruins kind of like you eat and then you take a nap.
Yeah.
Well, if you're eating at 7,
You're just done.
you're asleep.
Yeah.
There's no nap.
There's no Black Friday.
No, you do because you eat, you nap, and then you eat again.
Yeah.
Let me paint a
It doesn't
picture.
happen
Let me
at
paint the
7.
picture
No,
for you guys.
they
Okay.
ruined
Do you
it.
remember
They
the
ruined it.
Seinfeld episode with the bet? Right? So Troy is going to
How
eat.
is this going to
out.
become
Troy
the
is going
bad?
to eat, walk back in. I'm out.
I'm out.
Right?
I'm out.
That's
All I
exactly
do is
what
look out the window. I'm out.
He's not even going to make second dessert. Second dessert is the best part
No,
of the day.
I don't think they took into consideration people above the age of 50.
Yeah,
So,
that's too funny.
you know,
So, do you guys sign up to bring things?
There's a list. I'm not in charge of it.
Is that a hierarchy in your family?
No, I'm responsible for the turkey, so I don't really. Everyone else has something to
Because like
do.
the list is a hierarchy in my like bigger Southern family.
Yeah.
Like the responsible established adults get the most important items on the list, and you know that you're just being like given a grace period. Like we're testing you out if you get napkins or ice. So like that's you can tell
If you get
where-
ice, you're the least responsible person.
You can tell
Potato
where you
chips.
fall in the
You
hierarchy.
bring it as water, you really shut up.
Yeah, exactly.
If they give you sporks, they don't even trust you with sporks and spoons. They just think you can only do that.
We got
You get paid-
napkins one year,
Yeah, you
and
do.
they were so intense on the exact kind of napkin. And Louie's like, I'm not just bringing napkins. So we got the exact right kind of napkins. And then Louie also made 3 or 4 things. And then we got bumped up on the list, like pretty major. But we got napkins our first year as adults with kids. And it was like, well, we just didn't want to put you out. And it's like, that was offensive to my husband. Like we're bringing
Yeah, really.
food items.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
really.
if you
Yeah,
get
you're right.
paper products.
Right. You don't let the chef cook. That's not
know.
good.
Yeah.
So Kathy wins the Masters family reunion. 120 people. That's
Whoa.
absolutely
That's
amazing.
a lot. Where do you have that?
You know, they do it at the yacht club, I believe.
And I'll let Kathy know. I just found out my daughter's been doing family research.
Mhm.
So my grandmother's grandmother or great grandmother was a master's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you might be right.
I'm in the clan. I'm part of the clan. I'm 1/1000th
Let's be
master's.
careful saying it like that.
Yeah. I'm Scottish. I have a different version of
I
it.
know. I
I'm Scottish,
understand
too,
where
so
you're
yeah,
coming
yeah,
from.
Yeah.
But
I'm
it's
Irish,
a
too.
different meaning in the
I
land.
get it.
I think
Into
this entire conversation
Yeah.
says more about where you came from than about what was said.
Yes. Anyway, so no, I thought it was very interesting because the Masters have been such a staple. There's so many. If you've had an old family here in St. Augustine, some way, shape, or form, you're related to the Masters or the Taylors, or I mean, it just there's a whole group. The Solanos, you just got all those Menorcans.
Pellissier.
Yeah, the Pellissiers, all of those. You're somehow intertwined with that if you've had a family that's been here a while. So, yes.
So you're in the group.
Mm-hmm. I'm in
He made the cut.
I'm in the group.
He and
I'm in the
Elizabeth
group.
Warren, they just barely made the
Well,
cut.
no, I was getting ready to joke that I'm probably more Masters than she's than Native American Indian. All right. So one other thing is kind of interesting. I had a son the other day we were talking about cars and new cars and used cars, and he said he was just so tired of all the high tech stuff. He just wanted buttons back. Right? Can we just have buttons back? It just needs a button. Why do we have to have the touch screen for everything? Remember all the buttons we had?
Oh yeah,
It, like,
radio dial.
everything was like
Yeah,
you get in a
push
car.
button transmissions.
It didn't matter what the engine was, V6, V8, piece of crap, whatever. If it didn't have cool buttons, it was not a cool car. It had to have the right buttons and the knobs and everything. They had to glow. They had to have a little bit of light on them. I mean, you had to have cool stuff in the car back in the day.
Well,
my
what's
grandfather had
wild-
like a 75 Chrysler New Yorker, which is like basically a land yacht, 100%.
big
It
ass
would
car.
not even come close to fitting
It's
it
more
in
of a
the studio.
battleship, wouldn't you say?
It wouldn't fit in the studio, let alone this room.
Yes.
And I thought the coolest thing is, you know, you even had buttons on that. You even had buttons for like park, reverse,
Yeah, the
drive,
transmission.
transmission, everything. You had buttons on that. And yeah, so push button phones. I remember when those came out. So
Yeah.
I'm that old. Or when they got to DeLand. I don't know when they officially came out.
So
it
let's
was,
see.
it was, well, they probably
It
came
was
out.
like-
They ran the wires and you could
I'd say
talk.
It probably came out 20 years earlier, but I remember at DeLand.
You went to college in what, 1986?
Yeah, I was.
I think they got to DeLand in around 1990.
It was 3 weeks ago. So, but
So
I mean,
what's wild is we don't have buttons for anything now, and now there are people making a ton of money on the internet just making videos of them like pushing buttons.
Well,
ASMR like videos are huge, and you can make a ton of money just like pushing buttons and crinkling rapping.
I've been
and
pushing people's
weird.
buttons.
I've been
all
doing
my
that
life.
my whole
See?
life. I didn't know you
Thank
could
you.
get a job doing that.
No wonder you're so wealthy.
Yeah.
No, so they're bringing.
Wealthy, I'm not.
So car manufacturers are bringing back buttons. The
Yay.
touchscreen's still going to be there, but they're bringing back buttons. Like if I have an option of hitting the screen or telling the car to raise the volume, I'm going to reach over and turn a button. It was
Yeah.
always cool when you were a kid to turn up the volume that way. So, and have somebody look at you and you went by because the volume was up too loud.
And
What?
you need a soft cloth to keep cleaning the screen from your fingerprints.
I did see a little clip of they handed a telephone, a dial telephone to like someone like Blake's age, and said, if you call this number, you'll get like $20, and they couldn't figure out how to use it.
Ellen DeGeneres had a skit where she called up a young person and had just 80s technology on the table and asked them to do it. And it was 0 for 10, I think. And everyone's laughing and she's so confused. And I mean, it's so weird how things are now like obsolete that are just second nature. And that whole kids will never know how if your phone number had multiple zeros in it, no one's ever calling you. No one's ever calling you on
If
a
your
rotary
last number
phone.
had 3 zeros in it, that
Done.
was a 0 too many. You're like, that
You're
kid
getting
is
broken
not
up
in the
with.
friend group. I don't care if he's got a pool.
Oh, yeah,
I
so-
don't care if his dad has a boat. No, we're not doing that. That kid is out of the friend group.
I barely made it. Mine was 60530 because we only used to have 5 numbers. I don't know if you ever had that because where you were at.
No.
So, and then it went to 7360530. Then it was 904, and then you know, I've always lived in the 904.
Yeah.
because you used to, you only had 904 and 305 in Florida. And then when I moved up here, the land went to like 386, or they went to 407 and then 386. But I moved up here and it became 904. It moved up here, so I've always lived in the 904.
Yeah,
I started in the 904 and then moved back into the 904 because the Panhandle was 904 and then they split it and it was 850.
Yeah.
So I was born in 904 and then I lived through the switch of 850 and now I'm back in the 904.
Yeah.
Which is always a little, shaking when you had your area code forever and ever, and then they split it off. You don't want to be in the new area code. I mean, when they split Manhattan from 212 to is it 518?
That's another Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, that was not good. But when I was younger, the first two, it was 3 and then 4 in your phone number. It was the first 3 and then the 4. But the first 2 were letters. It wasn't numbers. Yeah. I mean, they translated to letters, but it was General 1 or General 2, and then it was your last 4 digits.
I remember that from Hee Haw.
I remember that from the Andy Griffin show.
Yeah.
Usually just pick up the phone, and they just had to just connect me to this line, and someone's pushing buttons. And
now we're back to that. Siri, call.
Right.
Nobody
will ever
sorry
know
if
their
I
phone
just
number.
turned on your Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I was on Long Island. I had a 618 number, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's Suffolk now.
Yeah.
We do have a major announcement for Amanda today. In the world of Amanda,
I got a major award.
Congratulations.
Amanda has won a battle today.
Amanda.
It's a lifelong battle. It's been going on for quite some time. Matt Gaetz pulled his name from the Attorney General's position today, and so
I hear he pulls out early a lot.
We will not be hearing about Matt Gaetz for at least 24 hours. So Amanda's in a just a wonderful state of bliss.
I'm leaving the country, so y'all can talk about him all you want.
Yeah.
She was hoping the hearing was going to be done while she was out of country.
I don't care. He's spent his whole life, like I've described, like his dad was connected and politically in charge of all of the teachers. So he spent his whole life getting away with stuff and getting treated special because of who his parents were. And that's going to catch up with you. If you always feel like you can do whatever you want because your dad can make a phone call and get you out of trouble, then you're going to have a record that is not going to overcome scrutiny.
Well, and you grow up the kid of, the richest guy in the land. You know exactly what that's like, right, Troy?
Yeah.
You know
100%.
exactly what that's right.
100%. I got away with everything.
Actually, Matt Gaetz, look at your future.
You look like this. Yes.
You too can be given pork as a gift.
I think that's what he was accused of, actually.
Different kind of pork. Right.
That was porking.
You're right.
No, but I can tell you this. I didn't get in trouble when I was a kid, but all my friends did.
Yeah.
No.
And it was because I was the one who said, you got to try that. If they didn't get in trouble, then I went ahead and did it. But,
Yeah, you go first.
Yeah.
Yes. 2 questions on that subject. At one point in time, I thought his father was going to rerun for his state Senate seat. Did he or did he not?
I don't
Matt
know.
Gaetz' father.
I have
Don
just wanted to
Gaetz.
say Don
Because
Gaetz.
he
I
had
don't
been the
know.
state senator over
I
there
don't know.
forever.
Oh,
Okay.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I
Master,
thought that
I
he
don't
was
Oh.
considering rerunning for the seat, and I don't know whatever happened with that. And 2, over under on now that there's an open seat, you think Matt's going to run in the special election to get his seat back?
Well,
or is he
I heard-
gone forever?
I heard some people talking about like Ron DeSantis could just appoint him back to his seat. I don't know.
I don't think it
no.
works
he
As
that
can't-
long
he
as
can't.
I don't have to do it.
I
As
think
long as I
all
don't
this
have
had
to
to
vote
do
ever.
with the report.
Mhm.
So they squashed the report when he resigned. If he goes back, they'll open the investigation, open the report back.
In Congress,
So
okay.
he's got a plan to do something else. Trump did him a solid and got him out of that by appointing him so he could resign immediately.
Right.
The report wouldn't come out. He can now run for some other office. Maybe he wants to run for governor in a couple of years.
Well, there's an
right?
open Senate seat.
He could run for Senate. as well.
gosh.
There's all kinds
I don't
of
think
things.
DeSantis will go there.
Well, I don't think
I
he's
don't
going to. I don't think so either.
No,
Yeah.
I know.
I think
I'm being facetious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, please.
Yeah. I think it's CFO is probably the guy who DeSantis is leaning towards.
Jimmy Patronis.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
Do you
Patronis
think
is-
Matt Gaetz is the Kaepernick of politicians?
No.
Do you think he's?
Kaepernick?
No.
Yeah, whatever.
No. I'm going to tell you.
I don't know.
I'm going to say Gates could probably leave, start a podcast. You know he likes to argue. If people called up
He
and
likes
wanted
to
to
hear
argue,
himself speak.
he does.
Yeah.
I think if he did that, he would have a pretty popular podcast.
I thought
I'm
him
just
and
saying.
Alex Jones were teaming up.
Well, that's interesting you mentioned
don't
that.
know.
There was another announcement today Donald Trump has announced that Alex Jones is assistant press secretary.
That's
at the White House.
hilarious.
Please don't tell me. No.
That was the headline in The Onion.
That's
Don't worry,
right.
Blake. It
When
was
he
the headline in The Onion.
When he called me
If you
and
could have heard
The
Blake's
Onion
sigh
might need to
over
take a
here.
seat
he called me and said, Troy, who do you think I should use? And
Yeah.
I was like, Alex, obviously.
Well, that's okay. The other one was Hulk Hogan. Hulk's
Yeah.
going to be going in there occasionally and just talking to the press.
Hulkster I can
The
deal
Hulk,
with.
let me
I've
talk
heard-
to you, brother.
I've heard a lot of people floating Alex Jones as press secretary, and Alex Jones said he would do it for a month. He would do it for a
I
month for
wouldn't
the
want him for
meme.
press
Keep it
secretary.
It's
I
so
wouldn't-
funny.
I wouldn't want him for the
I don't
press
think he
secretary.
can keep it for a day. He always drove me nuts. So,
Charlie Kirk wouldn't be bad.
yeah.
As a
The
press
Onion
secretary.
should maybe take a seat, though, because they tried to acquire Alex Jones' assets in a shady backroom deal with the Sandy Hook family's lawyers or whatever.
The families.
And that got exposed. And so I think now they're getting sued. I don't know. They tried to like buy something at auction with IOUs, like it's Dumb and Dumber or
This is good as
something.
gold.
Future money.
Every
Yeah.
cent's accounted for right here.
That's as good as gold right there.
Hold on to that one. It's wild.
Yeah, so I thought that was funny. You guys brought that up. Someone told me today that as a joke, and I said, I just got to use that tonight. So that will get Blake's attention.
Yeah. That's the first time he actually woke up in this.
Wow, it's the first time he left OnlyFans.
Rude. He puts his phone down.
He's like, does the camera see that?
So, in completely non-political news, someone has released the translation of the lyrics of Macarena, and people are really appalled by this. Have you heard this story?
No.
Is it real?
No.
So, evidently, the Macarena, the song "The Macarena," when you translate the lyrics, it's about a young woman who engages in a threesome with her boyfriend's best friends when he's out of town. And that's what we've been dancing together
Is that real,
with
though?
multiple generations. That's what I heard.
Yep.
I didn't know it was real.
And the funniest thing is seeing the 1996 Democratic National Convention
Yeah.
and with the Macarena, given the information that happened afterwards.
Well, I was at the 96 Olympics, and they did the Macarena at the 96 Olympics with all of the. There was the wave, there was the Macarena.
That
at the
definitely makes
Olympics.
sense. That makes sense at Olympic Village.
Not at the
An
village.
Well,
I wasn't at the village in 96. I was a child.
Ugh.
well, it's
That case
and the
may be-
grounds crew does it at the seventh inning stretch in all the Yankee games.
That's what
Yankees.
that's YMCA, but that's something completely different.
Look, I think that's hilarious because how many times have people done that? It's been all over the place. It's been in tons of movies.
People have done the Macarena with their grandmother.
Every wedding.
Every bar
Every
mitzvah.
wedding ever.
Exactly.
Encouraging it at every wedding.
So
We
let
did
me
it
make, let me
at
make this
Braves games, too.
bold prediction. It will not affect the popularity of the Macarena in a negative way. It might actually make it more popular.
Oh, yeah.
No,
It's
there are
the-
lots of people that are
the
like, my
popularity of it
childhood is ruined.
The popularity of it has already gone down a bit. So
It might bring it back. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they did this release to try and see if they can create a little more of a.
There you
buzz.
go.
Over and
I didn't
under
notice.
on how long it's going to take for someone to put the Macarena over a bunch of pictures of P. Diddy and P. Diddy parties.
It's already been done.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
out on TikTok or one of those somewhere. It's out there. Trust me. They have already delved into that. I
The
promise.
Democratic National Convention to the
That-
Macarena.
How did you remember that? Did they bring it up in the article you read about, or did you honestly remember that?
I knew about the translation for a while, and the first thing when I heard about the story about the translation was seeing the video of just like Hillary Clinton just clapping, not even doing it. So
She wasn't even doing the marker.
Yeah.
yeah.
She
That's
was
why I
always
think the Trump
covering up
dance is
those
so much
situations,
better.
not engaging.
Right? It's the Trump dance, which Lenny brought up. Who is the Trump dance modeled after?
It's modeled after the gopher in Caddyshack.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella story.
Coolest gopher ever.
Mm-hmm.
The gopher in center, yeah, in Caddyshack.
And he survived.
Yes.
Yeah, he got away with it.
Country Club didn't, but he did.
Right.
Mhm. I hope that's not a metaphor for the country.
Gonna need superior firepower and superior intelligence.
Yes.
Well,
They only had one of them.
That will come back up with him dancing like this. And,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dancing like this over here.
Look at you in your red hat doing the Trump dance. Somebody clip it. Somebody clip it.
He's doing.
Oh, we're clipping that. That's going on our reel.
You better switch
That's
to the,
going on the reel,
you better
baby.
switch to the Macarena.
All we need was that clip, and we got it. We're good to go. It's going to be part of the Christmas video we released
It's going to
this
be
year.
on my list of things I'm thankful for. Do you know how easy it's going to be to change that hat now? Great.
There's two things I'm most thankful for. Blake's answer on Houston and that.
We love you, Blake.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I never had chlamydia before, so at least I'm clean.
It's only one shot. Don't worry about it.
Oh, gosh.
No comment.
All right. We got a bunch of questions. It's trivia.
All right.
We may get out a few minutes early.
Lenny was champ last week, right?
Lenny was champ
Yeah.
last week.
He's
Lenny
been doing
was
really well.
100% was champ last week.
He won at trivia this week at the bar too. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
Nice.
see,
He's
Back
on
to
a
back.
roll.
see if he can
Going
back
for
it
a
up.
three-peat next week.
Lenny
yeah.
is on a roll.
Does he get a ring?
No.
I get
They
30,
get a
I get
big
30
trophy.
bucks, yeah.
They get a big trophy to sit on their table
Yeah.
at the time.
All right.
$30 in house cash.
This has been my story of the week, guaranteeing that I will get an audit at some point in time in the next few years. Over 800 IRS employees owe how much in back taxes? How much do they owe in back taxes? 800
This is a
IRS
softball
employees.
for me, and I don't remember the number because it's been a crazy week.
We've talked about this.
we
this
have.
was a layup for you.
I know, and you're trying to be nice to me, and I'm gonna totally blow it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna shoot for the stars. 300 million.
Okay.
You went past Jupiter on that.
I did.
That is a lot of
Go
back
big or go
taxes.
home, baby.
That is a lot of back
And I want to go home.
I'm gonna say 6.9 million.
I like the way you work that in.
Okay.
Okay. Figure at 40K a person times 800 is 320. How'd you say? You went millions?
I went 6.9 million. The only problem with my number is there's a period in the middle.
30 million.
30 million.
That doesn't do it for you.
All right, Blake is frantically doing math over
people
there.
are
What
listening
did
to
you
that
come up
joke.
with?
I'm
yeah.
glad you got it, man.
Right.
But he still hasn't got
I
it.
just glossed over that one.
I
Oh no,
was
I
15
got
million.
it.
Huh?
15 million.
15
million.
million. All right, so the actual answer is $12 million.
Like,
Blake gets
got
a
it.
point. Blake hasn't had the first point in this game in forever and a lifetime ago.
He hasn't had
Do the
point-
dance.
he hasn't had points
Do
in
the
the
dance!
game.
Do the dance! Come on, do the dance, Blake! Let's go! I don't care if it's the Macarena or the other one. Just do one.
Look at my ugly hair. Look at my ugly, greasy hair.
I'm also,
Look at
please
it.
put your hat back on.
I'm also
took the
giving
camera off
Davey
you.
a point because Davey had 12 million too.
All right.
So the other the thing that's interesting is like $15,000
Per.
is per person is the average, which is crazy. 800 employees.
I've had worse. They owe me this year, though.
All right.
Hey,
I've had better.
All right, Troy, I'll give you a sports question.
All right.
NBA ratings, are they up or down this year, and by how much?
Down
How much percentage?
6%.
Lenny,
down 10.
Blake,
Down bad, 12%.
Amanda.
I mean, everyone's going further and further. I'll say down 5.
Down 28%.
All right.
You had a
Holy
choice.
Nike.
You had a choice, and you went the wrong
Holy
way.
Dude, it is
Wrong way, Amanda.
expensive.
That's
Those
what they say.
advertisers have got to be going crazy.
Yes. 28% down.
Wow.
How
Dude,
long
dude,
until
it is
women's
expensive to-
basketball switches?
It's not happening.
Never. That's never going to happen.
Wow.
All right, Lenny.
Misogynist.
The NBA, misogynist. Yeah. The NBA's still paying for the losses of the WNBA. So,
Yeah, they are.
yeah.
Yeah, they are. That's not even factored in. Well, the
Supplement.
interesting thing is, I bet the WNBA's ratings were up 28% this year.
That's what I was
They were.
saying. How long before the ratings
They
switch?
were up, but they're still getting supplemented by the NBA.
Yes, they are.
And it'll be interesting to see at the end of the season whether the numbers have come back up when it gets closer to playoff time.
I don't know.
So, Lenny, what percentage of Native Americans voted for Donald Trump this year? Not counting Elizabeth Warren. We'll take her out of the count.
Okay. Huh.
We'll put her in the provisional count.
Are we counting indigenous Alaskans?
And I'm giving Kathy a point for the last one, too, because she had
'Cause
14.
That got crazy. percentage of indigenous Americans voting for Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's a number between 1 and 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so 101's out.
Yes, 101's out.
I would say
Negative point negative is out.
38.
38%. Blake?
I'm gonna say 60%.
Amanda?
I'm going to say 61%.
I'm going to say 62%.
That's so interesting. The answer was 65%. 65% of Native Americans voted for Donald Trump.
If I'd have went to 69, which is where I was going to go,
You'd have lost.
no, we would have split.
You'd have split it.
I was going to say 67, but I didn't want to overshoot by too much.
I've actually, Barbara Jean's actually got a point. She was at 69, so yeah. Yeah. All right.
Wait, hold on. It's like 60.
65% was what it was.
Yeah.
65.
So
Okay.
I got the point.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Troy got it. So it's Troy 1, Blake 1, Davey 1, Kathy 1, Barbara Jean 1, Amanda 0, Lenny 0.
Yay!
So we are
We're
working
just
on
giving
it.
them, we're just luring them into a false sense of security, Amanda.
This is
Don't
like
you
whose
worry.
line is it
It's a
anyway?
holiday
Worry.
gift.
Right.
I thought
Blake,
Amanda got
No.
Blake Blevins.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Which squad member removed pronouns from her online bio?
He knows this. I know he knows this. How about the two of us go last? Because we know it because of our age.
Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez.
I only know one squad member.
Right.
So.
It's AOC.
Yeah.
Okay, layup question
See,
for all
I
of you.
told you. You should have
Layup
had us
question
for
for
that.
all
It
of
was
you.
the only one
It
that
would
would
have been a
make
layup
sense,
question
right.
if I knew the other three's names.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
she's the only one I know her name.
Okay.
I forgot who the fourth one was.
Corey Bush.
Amanda,
I
which
forget her.
Hollywood daytime TV host has moved to
Daytime
England as a
TV
result of
host.
Donald Trump winning the election?
Ricky Lake.
I've already mentioned one today, so I'll just stick with that one. Ellen.
Current or
Does she
former?
count as a daytime host now
I
that
don't
she's
think-
retired?
I don't think she's a host anymore.
She's a daytime, but she was a daytime host.
Okay.
I'm
Ricky
trying to
Lake
think
was
of-
a solid answer.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay with. Would you consider somebody from The View as a daytime host or no? No.
Yeah, that's
Daytime,
daytime.
they're
It's-
That's
hosting.
daytime. It's during the day.
Yeah.
Sun's
11
up.
a.m.
Yeah. I'll stay with Ricky Lake because I was making a joke about it and I don't have a better answer.
I'll go Whoopi because I can't see Ellen
Whoopi.
leaving Montecito.
Yeah. I can't see Joya Ford in Europe.
Rosie O'Donnell.
All good answers and all maybe future possibilities, except Ellen DeGeneres is in England.
Ellen
Really?
Portia.
Ellen has left
accept
for
her?
England.
Of course I did.
She
It would be a hate crime to not.
yes.
It's the UK.
Good
All
point.
right. So Troy Blevins, the Washington Post is on track to lose how much money this year? The Washington
Not a
Post.
percentage, but actual dollars.
Yes, and they didn't endorse Vice President Harris.
Mm-hmm.
So they've lost even more subscribers because most of their subscribers were left leaning that were mad at them. So how much money is the Washington Post projected to lose this year for billionaire Jeff Bezos?
I'm going to say $300 million.
Lenny.
310, and he's not going to miss a meal, so it doesn't matter to him.
All right.
310.
Blake. He's got math over there because
I
he
know.
knows what the subscription costs.
He knows probably close to the number of subscribers, but the money's in the
Did they lose
advertisement.
advertisers? That's
So
the
he-
question.
The money's in the advertisement. He doesn't have that calculated in. So,
45 million.
45 million.
45 million.
All right. 69 million.
that's where I was going to go with my number, and I was like, no, it's just not enough.
So
It's not.
Well, I followed you down a primrose
Davey
path.
Hartzell,
I couldn't pull the trigger on 690 million.
Davey Hartzell threw 78 million in there.
Mm-hmm.
77 was the actual answer.
77.
So Davey,
Freaking Davey.
Davey online, Amanda
Yay!
in studio.
He's on the board.
She's got
I've
three.
got 3 now.
She's tied with Blake.
Since we said you didn't have any,
Yes.
you got
Right.
3
You
right
got
in a
everything
row.
right. She's got
You just
Yeah.
gotta
This one-
acknowledge it. You just have to acknowledge it, and then you can just let it go.
They just let it go. All right. Lenny.
What'd she say?
Is Lenny up
I was
next?
waiting for that.
I believe so. I
right,
followed
Lenny.
Troy down that primrose path.
They did a poll because poll people didn't have anything to do the last 2 weeks. So they asked people for the 2028 Democratic presidential primary were held today. Thank God it's not being held today. We could use a break. Who was the leading
so scared.
vote getter in the 2028 Democratic presidential
2028
primary?
leading vote count.
Gavin Newsom.
Josh Shapiro.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's a good guess. I don't. I'm gonna say Josh Shapiro.
Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Really?
Oh my word!
With 41,
You know why? Because that's the only one anyone can think of.
41% of
That's
the
wild.
vote said
Yeah.
Kamala Harris.
Proving
8% said Gavin Newsom. 7% said Josh Shapiro. 6 said Pete Buttigieg. Tim Walz got 6. AOC got 4. Gretchen Whitmer 3. There's some other ones in here.
What's
Nobody.
what's Joe
Proving
Biden's
they learned
percentage?
zero.
Fetterman at slightly more than 0%.
What's Joe Biden's?
Joe Biden was not listed.
Okay.
And nobody wants him to run again. And when I
The
say nobody,
actuary
I
tables
mean
don't want him to run again.
nobody
Right, exactly.
wants him. So we have Amanda with 3, Troy with 3, Blake with 3, Davey with 2. Trying to see if anybody else. No, Davey, Gavin was not the answer. James wants to know if you cut your ponytail off as well.
He did.
Gone.
Ponytail's gone.
your Princess Lock
hmm
coming
The
to
curl- the
America.
curls are
Am I the
gone.
only one?
Rapunzel is no
Right.
longer
So
part of his
They'll go
middle
back.
name.
Yeah.
what percentage, Blake,
Hey, Jamie.
of people in the United States households
Are you looking at your comments?
Oh yeah, you got to flip that over.
Well, how did I know what Davey scores?
it's
I'm not smart enough to
it's
pay
only
attention to
helped
him.
him get 1 point. You
Yeah,
know, I
really?
don't know why you leave
You
it.
guys are worried about that? Seriously.
All the rest of us have him down.
I keep forgetting. Nobody reminds me.
Yeah, he won the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Asterisk.
Right. All right, fine.
Barry Bonds.
Just like a
Hey,
Democrat.
he was worried I was giving the girls answers at trivia the other night.
Yeah.
They were in last place
Oh, yeah,
by
no.
40 points.
You're just paying a lot of attention to them because they needed the help.
They needed the help.
They needed the help.
We
He
needed them
was
to
distracting
stay.
them so you could win.
Yeah.
Hey,
no,
wait,
no.
hold on, Lenny, I needed help as well. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna leave this one alone because I don't want him sleeping on the porch.
All
He
right.
was helping me out.
I was trying
Damn.
to wingman him.
All right. So owning a single family home in the U.S. now requires an average
Never gonna happen to me.
annual income of $107,700, nearly double the income needed in 2019, according to a new report by Oxford Economics. So, Blake Blevins, what percentage of households can afford a home in the United States today?
I'm sorry. Can you read that one more time? The first part.
The average annual income required to purchase a home now is 107.
Okay. So that's what's
So-
required.
That's
Okay,
required. Like
okay,
if you went to a
all right.
bank and you said, I want to buy an average house, they're going to say the average person would have to have $107,000 in annual income, which is what percentage of households in the U.S. could afford
Okay.
a new home today? Blake?
Thank goodness some of them
58%.
already have it.
Blake's at 58.
58 can afford.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's wrong, but it's, yeah.
This is people without a home right now.
Mm-hmm.
Got
I'll say 59%.
I'm going to go about half of that. I'm going to go 26%.
I'll go 19.
All right, now I got to do some math. Maybe. Oh, no, Troy wins. 36%.
So
Really?
I'm off by 10.
36% is the actual answer.
More than I
people they
expected,
can afford.
Obviously.
Yeah, 36%. In places like San Francisco, LA, San Diego, Honolulu, fewer than 15% can afford
Yeah.
a new home. So Troy Blevins has vaulted himself into the lead with his knowledge of real estate.
Nerd.
With his knowledge of real estate. Let's see. Who goes first?
Amanda.
It's me.
Amanda.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if I want to. In Santa Ana, California.
Santa Ana.
All right. Santa Ana. Voters had a choice. There was an initiative that would have allowed the city to adopt an ordinance allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections. How many people voted against this? What percentage?
In
Santa
Santa
Ana,
Ana,
California.
What percent
What
voted against?
percentage voted against it?
Right. Yeah,
I'm just going to go 0%.
yeah.
Amanda with a blue Tarski.
Read it one more time because I think it's in the answers there, and I don't think you're too far off.
In Santa Ana, California, voters rejected a measure. They opposed adopting an ordinance allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections. What percentage of the vote voted against it?
You say that 0%.
Yeah, so I actually gave away that she's 100% wrong because you made me reread the
that was
question.
Right.
that's why I was like, okay, I wanted to hear exactly how that was.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say 69%.
It sounds like a round number.
I'll go 68 just to stay under because I was going to go 65. but,
Whoa! Let's not talk about you staying up.
Mm.
Now you
Getting
made it-
uncomfortable
now you
with you
made
two
it-
sitting over there.
now you made it weird.
Like, how many times does Lenny come over
just a
after
little
9?
awkward.
I like guys with ponytails.
It'll grow. Well, it won't grow back.
All right, Blake,
When
what
it
do you
left the
got?
last time.
50%.
50%.
You could have trapped me.
Amanda, you had 0.
Zero. I
The
said
actual, the actual answer is 62.5.
I get a point.
62.5.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
You were under me.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And Davey is
played
there.
the game.
Davey's rocking you. Davey's only 1 point behind you, Troy, right now.
Okay.
Tied with Amanda and Blake.
Right on.
Okay, what states? Who's up first? Troy?
Right.
I am.
You got to name a state. There's 4 states that allow foreign nationals to vote in local elections. 4 states. Name the 4 states. Name one of the 4 states.
4 states that allow.
Foreign nationals to
nationals
vote
to
in
vote.
local
Okay.
elections.
Foreign nationals. See, it's kind of hard to go against. It's a crazy rule, so I got to go with California. So
Yep.
Okay.
all right.
I'll go
Lenny?
Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah, another crazy.
Illinois.
All right.
Another crazy.
Amanda.
Illinois may make.
I'm
good
going to
sense.
go with New Mexico.
That's another crazy. Those are the
Those
4.
are all good.
Those are the 4
Lots
ahead
of crystal
my brain.
meth in New Mexico.
So California for Troy for a point.
Mhm. Most crazy, by the way.
Illinois for Blake for a point.
I would put that one second. And I have Mass
Maryland, you were close. You had an M in it,
I
but
know.
it had an M. And Vermont. It says California, Illinois, Maryland, Vermont, and Washington D.C. So those are we didn't count
That's how
Washington D.C.
Bernie
because
keeps
it's not a
winning.
state.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how Bernie keeps winning.
He gets
That's
the foreign
correct.
national votes.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Someone did tell me that Vice
mostly
President
that.
Harris did not win a single state that had voter ID. Just saying.
That
I'm
sounds
just saying.
That sounds like something you'd hear on Alex's show. You got to stop listening to that show.
Well,
Yeah.
He
Google
watches
it.
Fox News, man.
I actually don't. I watch
Really?
Gutfeld a little bit, and then I watch the morning show.
Well, don't worry, because Fox News isn't going to have any on-air personality left. They're all going to be in the cabinet,
Correct.
so you don't have to
It's
worry.
not,
Hey,
it's not going to be called Fox and Friends in the morning. It's just going to be called Fox.
Right. It's going to be.
Okay.
It's going to be called the
All
cabinet.
right. What percentage of adults 18 to 29 regularly get their news from TikTok?
Oh yeah.
What percentage from
Lenny.
TikTok?
Thank God I'm not one of
65.
them.
65.
Lenny's got 65. Blake,
49%. I know I'm not one of them. They're dorks.
Amanda,
You're going to get trapped no matter what.
She's playing the game.
I don't know about that. I'm going to go 75%.
See, I'm going the other way. I think it's 48. I think it's less than 50 from TikTok.
the actual answer is a third of adults, so 33%.
I think it's less than
Okay.
that. Okay.
So
Yeah.
now explain something to me because I'm not on TikTok and I'm very comfortable with that. Are these short? This is all short form, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Do they get their news in like
So-
2-minute vignettes?
Yeah,
That's
so
about the attention span, yeah.
Okay.
so
That's all I got.
What'd you say?
so you hold the whole so basically
Who said that?
so it's all like vertical stuff. You basically just swipe. Think some actual news channels actually have like their own like TikTok accounts on here. So you have like CNN, Fox, CBS, like they're on
They
they're
put
on
them
here.
in there.
Okay.
So they'll send like those 2 minutes.
Alex Jones is
So
on
it's
there
a
as well.
short attention span theater for news for
Brain
the,
rot.
For doom-
for the people that are under
For doom
30.
scrollers.
right.
That's the right term, right?
Yeah.
Doom
I
scrolling.
just learned it. I
absolutely.
just
Yeah.
learned it
Doom
last
scrolling,
week.
sure.
Yeah.
What's it
Lord.
called?
Doom
Doom
scrolling.
Doom scroll.
Dear Lord, I'm having a stroke.
What is a doom scroll?
It's somebody
Just-
who
you just
stays
keep-
up
If you
all
just-
night. and
Right.
just-
You just
If you
keep
just
looking.
keep scrolling through
reels to reels.
Please don't
to
put the
reels.
camera on me.
Yeah, you're a doom scroller. That's the reason he has trouble waking up in the morning.
Because he
He's
doom
a,
scroll.
he's a doom scroller.
Okay.
I never was doom scrolling November 6th.
I was laughing.
I was sleeping.
Okay.
Did you pop the champagne that last
No,
night?
I woke
did.
up at
But the
like
Dolphins
3:30
did.
or 4 o'clock
I
in the
did.
morning and just said, okay, Trump's got this. And All right. So right now it's Troy with 6. Blake's got 4. Davey's got 4.
Wow,
Amanda 3. Lenny 2. Huh?
I got 2.
Hey,
Nice.
You guys want to hear a story about the land?
All right. So this is a great one. We have a list of restaurants, of fast food restaurants. Which fast food restaurant is the quickest in the drive-through lane? The total time in the drive-through lane, which one is the quickest?
Blake's first.
I think I knew this.
Quickest.
Which one is the quickest?
Personal experience, personal. It's not talk about not good. I'm gonna say Sonic.
Sonic. Okay.
All right.
Don't they
Said
bring it to your
Sonic.
car?
There is some
There's
drive-through.
roller skaters, but you have
Yeah.
the drive.
Yeah.
She said in the drive-through.
Right,
They have
that's
a-
what I'm
they have a
wondering.
drive-through.
Yeah,
They have a
okay.
drive-through also.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it would be Chick-fil-A, except the line's so long. I'm just gonna stick with Chick-fil-A.
I think Chick-fil-A is the slowest.
Yeah, I think it was the longest.
It might
yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
'cause
That
you-
would
'cause
track
you-
with my record
'cause you
tonight.
you park around the corner, so there's
Yeah.
no way they have a chance. I'm gonna stick with the easy one. I'm gonna go with McDonald's.
McDonald's.
I'm going to think outside the bun and go with Taco Bell.
Oh no, they're slow.
So I was gonna say Taco Bell, but they're closing down because they suck so bad. So that's why I didn't say that.
Taco
So
Bell
where?
closing?
Which one?
Bite your
they're
tongue.
Sorry.
That's not
Did you
good
just
news.
I
say?
heard her say that.
Are you saying Taco Bell's closed? What the hell
You know
is my
what?
dad
You know
gonna
what?
do at
Just for
night?
that, we're banning you for a week from this show.
Take next week off.
Take next week off.
Absolutely.
Oh, Taco
I'm
Bell.
suspended, y'all. You heard it here first.
All right, Kathy, I got you with 2. If you got more than 2, let me know. And I did add the other one. So if I missed one of yours, let me know. All right. At 4 minutes and 16 seconds, beating out KFC at 4 minutes and 19
Our
seconds.
KFC's awful.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
I'm back,
Lenny
baby. I'm
with
back.
the Taco Bell.
The good part about Taco Bell is they don't, like Mexican food period only has like 6 ingredients.
Right.
And they just mix it up 900 different ways.
What's in those ingredients? We don't know.
So
We don't ask.
It's soy protein, believe me.
We don't ask.
who is the slowest?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Sorry.
Was that a question?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Sorry.
to me. But
You got that's fine. I got 2 Chick-fil-A's. What do you got?
Ooh, Burger King.
That's because you have it your way.
You rule.
I guess I'll stick with Chick-fil-A.
The answer is Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
At 7 minutes and
Because they
59
care.
2 seconds
Seconds.
slow.
They care.
But you
59
you
seconds.
get a blessing with it.
You do.
So let's see. Amanda got a point.
Jesus
Troy got a
chicken.
point. Lenny got a point. I'm looking to see.
And
Nobody.
Blake
Okay.
spoke from personal experience.
And
Blake's
they're opening
okay.
an entertainment network.
All right. So hang on.
Chick-fil-A
knows?
network?
Yeah.
Really?
So
Okay.
which fast food drive-throughs have the best order accuracy? Best order accuracy. Who's
All
up?
right.
Lenny's
I
up
know it's
first.
not
I'll stick with Taco Bell.
I know it's not.
They
know
only
it's
got
not.
6 ingredients, you said, Troy.
I know it's not. Yeah, but they'll mix you up with a chalupa and a gordita real quick because they only got 6
quesalupa.
ingredients. You get a gordita when you're
All right.
expecting a Mexican
So
pizza.
what's Lenny's answer is
I'll stick
Taco
with my Taco
You
Bell.
got Taco Bell.
Before it
Chick-fil-A.
closes.
Chick-fil-A.
I'm gonna say Chick-fil-A too.
I'm gonna go with Chick-fil-A also.
All right. To stay in the lead in a wise move, Chick-fil-A, 93%. But there's one other fast food chain that also has a 93% rating. You guys want to try that one, Blake?
Does
let's
that
see.
does that have to be
Amanda.
national chain?
It's a national chain. Yeah. It's
So-
not
so-
Bob's Burgers from Shabokin.
So probably they won't count like Whataburger or In and Out. I'm gonna say Arby's.
I'm gonna go with Wendy's.
I'm gonna go back to McDonald's because it's their menu pretty simple.
And they've got color coordinated boxes, so I'll stick
Yeah.
with McDonald's as well.
For a staggering 9th point today, Troy Blevins and Lenny dragging himself to 5th, tying Amanda
And Blake.
and Blake.
Whew,
Davey
off the schneid.
with 4. Kathy had at least 3, maybe more. I might have missed one of hers. BJ got a point. And was that, I think everybody, there's a couple other you guys that got points. There was a lot of them, but McDonald's was 93%. Chick-fil-A was 93% order accuracy, but McDonald's was a minute and 45 seconds faster than Chick-fil-A.
Because and it has to do with the simplicity of their menu. I mean, it's not like they're not hiring the best. Sorry, Trump.
I've had a lot of McDonald's in the past year. I know you're shocked to look at me. And they never get it right. They never get the order right.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to?
Yeah.
The one by Ward Medical.
They're
They're slow as could be, and they get things wrong all the time.
Do you order like straight off the menu, or do you do, hey, no onions on that?
Yeah, I order straight off the menu.
Okay. And
then
get it wrong?
They get drinks wrong all the time.
That's
Wow.
Drinks wrong all the
almost
time.
the way McDonald's is set up, it's almost impossible to screw up, but they still do.
apparently they
Probability-
beg to differ.
Welcome to America.
Yes. So, Troy Blevins,
distracted
congratulations
by the
on one of the
ducks.
highest scores I think I've ever seen on trivia.
Yeah.
I must have been going easy on you guys because of the Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah.
We've had nights where it's like 3 to 2 to 1 to nothing.
Yeah. The AOC,
Right, Blake?
the AOC one.
Blake's really checked in.
He's doing research for Bollox.
I don't know. I think that OnlyFans has got him.
He's doom scrolling as we speak.
now that Mike knows the term, he'll be using the term. I learned it last week, so I had to throw it in this week.
Doom scrolling. All right.
scrolling.
What's up, Bollox, tonight?
We're doing small theme parks.
Okay.
And I wanted to ask
That
you
are
this.
still open?
Well, I have some that are still open,
Right.
some that are closed.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm doing one in St. Augustine.
Gatorland.
Do you remember Marco Polo Park? It was just south of us. It was almost in Bunnell on US 1. And
I
it
do
was
not
it was
remember
only open for 5 years.
Yeah.
And it was kind of Epcot before there was Epcot. Like they
All
had
right.
the different countries and different rides
Around the
Do
world.
you remember the fort out here on State Road 16?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a fort.
Yeah.
Now it's an apartment complex, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was out of business before I was 12,
It was like the
which
Monkey
means that was
Bar.
like about 100 years ago. But yes.
Yeah. The other one that I'm not doing, I don't know if Lenny's doing, is I told Lenny about it the other day. I don't know if you looked it up. The ostrich and gator farm
No.
where there was Monkey Island.
Yeah.
Monkey
Tarzan.
Island sat about where Mellow Mushroom was, or maybe a little bit closer to the bridge. And
Oh,
it
that's
was
wild.
an island made of concrete with a moat around it with about 20 monkeys on it. And they fed them by just throwing them bananas. And that was here in like the 30s or 40s.
That's wild.
And it was Monkey Island, but it was a part of the ostrich and gator farm that sold. When they closed up, they sold their gators to the
Alligator
alligator
farm.
farm. So just in the last 15 years, the last gator born at that one probably
Passed away.
died it because they lived like 70 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty wild, the stuff that's come through St. Augustine.
So so pay attention tonight.
Small theme parks.
Small theme parks,
Yeah.
yes. And the lighting, Pete, we'll turn it back up again so that it's very bright when we leave the studio today, just to let you know.
Yeah. So
Especially in that chair right there.
so you
with
can wear shades.
Yeah.
They can wear
Gotta
shades.
wear
Yeah,
shades.
well, 100%. Blake,
Davey
what's
mentioned
going on
Holy Land.
in your world?
Not much. So basically, Flyover College has basically kind of started its like early Thanksgiving break. So we won't have any athletic games until December 3rd. Women's basketball at here home December 3rd, 5 p.m.
How are the winter sports doing? How is men's and women's basketball doing?
So men's and women's basketball, they just started the season right now. Men's and women's soccer have qualified for the NCAA regionals.
Okay.
So
So-
the women made it. I knew they were
Yes.
on the bubble.
Yes.
Okay.
They're-
The men
men
were
were-
guaranteed.
Yeah, the men
but-
were guaranteed, and we're the 5th seed in the regional
Okay.
for the women's soccer.
Excellent.
How'd cross country do?
The women's cross country is currently in California for the NCAA championship.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. Any other sporting update from the college?
I think we're all good.
I'm going to the Garnet and Gold dinner. I will make sure I tell your boss.
Crimson and gold.
Crimson and Gold. Sorry. Yeah.
It's not FSU.
I don't think FSU 's
Actually, that's
FSU.
my fault. I called it Garnet.
Yeah, I made the mistake. I'll own it. It's my mistake.
When you and I were talking, I called
I
it by
made-
the wrong name, and you just happened to.
I made
get it
the
locked in
mistake.
your
I'll
head.
own it. But I am going. I'll tell your boss you did a great job updating everybody on the sports.
All right, thank you so
At
much.
Flagler College,
Thank
right?
you so
I'll
much.
tell him you need a raise too. I'll do everything I can. I don't know if I can get it for you, but I'm gonna try, Blake.
Boy wants to afford a house.
Yes, he's got to be able to afford $107,700.
At least an apartment.
All right, this is the St. Augustine This Evening Show. You guys have a great Thanksgiving break. We will be back after Thanksgiving. All kinds of fantastic guests are already lined up. Amanda, enjoy your trip.
Thanks.
Bollox, you guys rock tonight. You guys all have a happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. See you
Thank
in
you.
December.
Bye.